And welcome back to Star right before the break. We're only about a degree below average for this time of year, and we have cooled on off into the 60s. We still do have some winds out of the north. Those will eventually shift to being out of the south once we get into tomorrow. But overall, there is not a lot going on over the eastern two-thirds of the U.S. right now. You can see really the eastern third is pretty clear, and we do have some clouds on out to the west, a few showers in Oklahoma and a few up near the Great Lakes and some off the east coast. And that is about it. Why? Well, notice how we have this little kind of hill right here where these clouds like to follow. That is a ridge, and there's an area of high pressure as well. And notice once they get over into our region or our neck of the woods, they start to dissipate because this is sinking air. As the air sinks, it compresses, it dries on out, and it goes away. Clouds can't really form in sinking air. There's a couple times when they can, but usually they don't. And that's helping us stay clear. And tonight we will stay clear as well. 44 degrees, a little chilly. Those winds noticed out of the southeast, pretty calm though. And as we go into tomorrow, warmer conditions do return. High pressure on up to the California, southerly winds, and overall it's going to be a beautiful day outside. We're talking mid 70s, the winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, pleasant conditions. Really, Thursday is setting up to be just a gorgeous day in general. All right, let's talk about this weekend. We're going to get a little sciencey with this. So I talked yesterday, we do have a low pressure sitting on out to the west or off the west coast. That's going to kind of break on down. A little piece of it gets caught up in this little trough that comes down from Canada. And we get a low pressure along with the cold front sagging all the way back down to the Gulf. And we're looking at some thunderstorms mainly for Saturday night into your Sunday morning, about the first half of Sunday. And then I'll push on off to the east. Right now, we're not looking at a large severe threat. I guess there's a slight threat right now maybe for hail. Tornadoes not looking great at the moment, which we're all happy about. But one thing we're looking at is this is going to come through as a squall line. And a squall line has an outflow boundary. So let's talk about what an outflow boundary is real quick. So you have warm moist air from the south. You have a dissipating storm. And these are southerly winds right here, and this would be on off to the northwest of this behind a cold front. You have a downdraft as the storm dissipates, and that air is cool. It's rain-cooled air, and so you get this cool outflow, almost creates a little bit of a front, and that combines with the warm, moist air, and cold air is more dense than warm air, so it tends to force up the warm air. That warm air rises, and you get an outflow boundary, and you can have storms along with this. Usually you hear this also called a gust front, and what does that look like? Well, actually, I have a photo of this from back whenever I was in college. Right now, yeah, this is actually lightning in the background, but you have a gust front that kind of pushes out ahead of the storm, and you'll notice those when they kind of go over you. A lot of times they don't have rain with them, but you see it go over, the winds shift, they get cold, and that's really what it is. It's rain-cooled air being forced out ahead of the thunderstorms. Pretty cool. All right, so for your Thursday, 74 degrees. We'll be in the mid-upper 70s for Friday. On into your Saturday. Saturday, there's a chance of rain. It's about 60% going on into your Sunday as well. Sunday has a chance during the early morning hours. And as we get on to your Monday, yeah, we'll cool on off into the 60s as well, 50s for your Sunday, unfortunately. So it's going to be a little chilly. And as we get into the middle part of the week, we'll be back in the mid to upper 70s.